bitch! No scope!
What's up, guys? This is Spade, and this is going to be an unfiltered episode. Not sure what the title's going to be. We're just going to call it, in the video for purposes, we're going to call it Our Flaws. And the reason why I'm going to call it that is because in recent comments and sections and stuff like that in my videos, and even previously, even though I've gone over it multiple times in the comment sections, people always like to point out the fact that my jaw is crooked. It's not center. Now, do I look at it as a flaw? Kind of. Do I care? No. Does it bother me? A little bit, but on a personal note, it bothers me. Now, I'm going to show you this front-facing view of me, and you'll see it actually is off-center. And what had happened and why it is like that is because my freshman year of high school, there was a situation regarding a female where I stepped in to protect her from something that would have traumatized her for life. In that process, I caught a baseball bat to the left side of my face, which in turn shattered that jaw, which made my jaw off-center. Now, could it have been fixed after it was healed? Yes, but they would have to break both sides, recenter it, and wire it shut. So I would pretty much only be able to eat flat sandwiches and stuff like that for the rest of my life. I wouldn't be able to talk normally. I wouldn't be able to eat burgers or anything like that. Mostly I'd be drinking juices and smoothies and crap like that. And that's not a way I wanted to live my life. Now, I can actually function and do stuff like that, but as my wife knows, whenever I yawn or open my mouth wide, my left side actually cracks. And I'm going to force it to do this for the sake of the video, just so you guys can hear what it sounds like inside my head. Now, I want you to listen closely. I'm going to mute all the audio, and just so you can hear how this sounds whenever I yawn or just, casually my jaw gets stuck. Now listen, okay? That is the bones on that jaw. They're actually not in. They actually rub and knock. And sometimes they get stuck, and I have to physically push on the right side of my face to break it back over into place. Now, it sucks, and yes, people judge me for it all the time. And particularly people are like, oh, you got dip in your mouth, it looks like you're chewing dip. And I'm like, no, my jaw's actually just broke. And people are real quick to point out other people's flaws. And my question is, in our society, is that a way for you to cope with your own insecurities, to point out other people's flaws? I'm not one of those people to go around, oh, you got acne or stuff like that, to make myself feel good about the fact that I don't have acne, or how guys or other women, for that fact, would point out a fact that a girl has no tits or very small tits when they have big tits. That's just one of the things. Our society in America specifically are really quick to point out people's flaws. And in YouTube, I know whenever you put yourself on YouTube, you expose yourself to things, and people just being hateful for the fact of being hateful. So I'm used to it. I have a thick skin. It doesn't bother me. And a lot of people, whenever I told them about the fact of why my jaw was like that, they're like, oh, dude, you're awesome. I wish I could shake your hand. Most people wouldn't do that. And that's true. Most people wouldn't. So I'm not ashamed of the fact that my jaw is crooked or anything like that, because of a choice I made that bettered someone's life. And if people are real quick to judge me on my appearance, they're not people that I need to associate myself with. And my wife actually, it's kind of weird. She didn't even notice it until I pointed it out. And I asked her if she even noticed it. She's like, no, what are you talking about? And I told her about it, and she was like, oh, really? That's crazy. But it's one of those things, like, sometimes it's really noticeable whenever my jaw is, like, staying out of place, and then other times it's not. But I just want to get your guys, the viewers' opinion on why do you think in America, I'm not sure how it is outside of America, because I don't live outside of America. What are your opinions on the fact of how our culture is so inclined to point out other people's flaws real quick as a way to knock them down? Whereas in some cultures, that makes you special. Like having something different about you, makes you special. Whereas in our culture, it's like, oh, you're disfigured, you know, or something like that. Now, I forget which culture it is, but I know some children are born with goiters, and if you know what a goiter is, it's like this almost frog-like sac on their chin. It's really big, and it's almost tumorous all the time. But in some cultures, that's children that are born like that are almost like royalty. They're treated specially, like really high level of pampering. In America, if you're born with that, you're a leper. You're a social pariah. No one will talk to you. No one will associate with you. 9 times out of 10 outside of your family. So I don't understand the mindset of some of the people that do that. But like I said, on YouTube, you open yourself up. And when you put yourself out there, and most people, I knew showing my face on camera, I was going to get it because of the fact my jaw is crooked. I knew I was going to get it. Did I care? No, because like I said, I have a thick skin. Doesn't bother me. I just wanted to get it out there, clear the air, as to, yes, my jaw's crooked. I know. For you dumbasses that just leave it in the comments to try to piss me off, it doesn't piss me off. You're just making yourself look petty and trying to cover up your own insecurities about yourself. So figure out what you need to figure out to make yourself feel better, and quit trying to point out other people's flaws about what they have, because you don't know the stories of why they're like that or how they got it. So this was it, guys. Thanks for watching. This was Spade on another unfiltered episode of Our Flaws. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have a similar situation you want to talk about, leave it in the comments, and we can gladly talk it out in the comments. But I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.